Why did you decide to start your podcast?
Oh, he's out hosting you.
No, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Why did like? We've probably spoke about it,
Yeah,
but like,
dude.
I'd be interested to know, like, why did you start it? And
No,
why have you?
I'm taking over.
Yeah, why? Like,
I listen to podcasts like you guys, relentlessly on the road, and I've still got the email from the Parkin brothers that were doing the videos on Trek in 2010, and the subject line is "the mic you'll never buy." Because I was like, this podcast thing, like we should be doing one at the races. Like there's motocross podcasts, there's business podcasts.
yeah,
We should do a podcast because we're already doing video and highlight things and stuff. So yeah, I still got the email and never bought that mic, but I did buy a mic. So Parkins, screw you guys, I bought the mic. But I think you actually pushed me over the edge, and sometimes you need someone to say, hey, give it a go.
yeah.
Or like you say, hey, you enjoy it? Go do some work in the holiday. So
And you
I've
can
always
often see
had
the angle as
idea,
well.
And then
That's
you
not.
said, you were like, just do it. And I was like,
Yeah.
fuck, maybe he's right. And then COVID, it was COVID, silver
Okay.
lining.
Yeah,
And I'd listen to Tim Ferriss, like how to start a podcast, how many episodes to like have in the bank to like get you
Same.
over the hump, like. And I was like, okay, what's the worst that can happen? I love that as well. Like, what's the worst case that'll happen with this decision you make if you're really battening? And if you can be honest about it and deal with that worst case,
Yeah.
then maybe you should pursue it, you know? And I was like, okay, what's the worst case? Like, I buy a mic, and I do 6 episodes, and then I stop, and I look silly, and I sucked, and I'm like, okay, well, I can live with that. So
it's
yeah,
so
started
sick
in,
to see how many there are now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
I mean,
really cool.
it is cool.
It's a shame that some of them aren't carried on. There's definitely been a few
Yeah.
been involved in,
And I
it's
like
like,
the-
should
The
be doing that.
camaraderie, like you guys are so helpful. You like just start one. I'm like, but I'm competition to you. What do you mean I should start? It's like, no, it's not. It's like if we all make the pond bigger.
Yeah, rising
then,
ship
you know.
lifts all tides.
Yeah, exactly.
We did have the group, didn't we? We had a little WhatsApp group with everyone in it, all the mountain
Yeah.
bike podcasts. That was pretty sick.
And like Chris from Downtime, he was like, hey, I enjoy your stuff. Like, I think you've got an audio level. Like, I use this software. I'm like, wow, that's really nice of you. Now we're chatting and engaging. And if someone messages me, like, I was helping someone at home, like they were thinking about it. I was like, okay, this is how it's probably going to go. Like, you need a mic, you can borrow my old one. Like, you probably need to just do a few that you expect no one to listen to. And whatever, you know,
Yeah.
you go through this whole thing. Like, what's the worst case? Okay, you can deal with that. Like, then start something, you know?
Sick.
And it is just a cool, I guess I just got so much from podcasts.
Yeah.
It feels like you're giving back. And the sport.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys feel the same. I've been given so much from the sport. Maybe it's my
Totally.
way to like leave the sport a little bit better than I found it.
Probably like our angle of the sport as well. I think that's important to put out. Like what it is to us.
Yeah.
Might not be everyone's cup of tea, but you just got to be honest with that, aren't you, as well? Like, honest with yourself and honest with, like, making the content of, like, no, this is what it is. I like to think it's just, like, the lighter side a little bit. Like,
Yeah, true.
you know, we don't go too deep into tech or,
Yeah.
you know, numbers.
I think also we'd had like so many years being so hungry for more content in the sport. Like I watched, you saying the Parkin Brothers brings me back. I'm watching Dirt TV. I'm hoping for a Bren clip, a Needles clip, all my homies clip. Like is Bernard going to make Dirt TV? And like you wanted more. If there had been a podcast then, I would have absolutely listened to
Could you
everything,
imagine?
dude. I was hungry for it. Yeah, I wanted to watch Samuel. I wanted to hear about his lines and what people were doing up on the hill. You know, I was like, I'm less so now, weirdly. I think I have fewer horses in the race now. It used to just be...
That's why you like Greg. He's almost your last horse.
Mate,
that
it's
you can
kind of
relate
like that,
to,
yeah. I watch the races and I'm very much looking forward to Greg, BK. I love watching all the youngsters.
BK
I love
for sure,
watching
yeah.
all of these guys and even some of the other
You're not
riders
having
that
a
I
beer
know a
with
bit.
him after the race. You'll have a beer with him, but you're not, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's
yeah,
the difference.
you don't
And
have that
you
many
feel like
horses.
they're your mates. They're like people that you sit down with and that you've hung out with and you're watching. It made the races so much more exciting to me. So it was easy for me to be a fan.
Yeah.
Because I grew up watching live timing, watching... Brendan's results were like on a, internet.
Same. I wake up for school, my dad's printed the results.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm making a story out of the result times
Mate.
of World Cups.
And then
Wow.
you wait for
Think
a month
how
later and then
privileged
there's
we are
like...
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean the live timing isn't out? The race finished 35 seconds ago.
Unbelievable.
Where is the highlights video?
It's so true. You used to wait a month for a magazine to come out and you might see a picture of the race to see whether it was raining. You know, it's like
And
mental.
the footage was 6 months to a year later of the video of that season.
Yeah.
And then
At least
we burned through those tapes.
Nuts.